Welcome back to the channel, Cowboys Nation, because what we're diving into today might be the most explosive, unbelievable, heart-stopping storyline of the entire NFL offseason. And yes, the headline you just read is exactly as wild as it sounds. Multiple insiders, league sources, and behind-the-scenes whispers are now pointing to one of the biggest defensive trades in modern NFL history, and the Dallas Cowboys are right in the middle of it. According to reports spreading through NFL circles, the Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers are close to finalizing a blockbuster deal that would send none other than T.J. Watt, the former Defensive Player of the Year, the face of Pittsburgh's defense, and one of the most feared pass rushers on earth, straight to Dallas in a move that could reshape not just the Cowboys' season, but the entire landscape of the league. As shocking as it sounds, this story is picking up momentum by the hour. And it's time to break down exactly what's happening, what the two teams are discussing, and why this trade suddenly feels more real than anyone expected just a few days ago. Across the NFL community, the rumors started faint, just small murmurs about the Steelers taking incoming calls on some of their biggest contracts as they prepare for a potential roster retool. But what started as whispers quickly turned into something much louder when multiple league sources began confirming that the Cowboys had emerged as aggressive, serious contenders for a major defensive move. Dallas has been under heavy fire all offseason after a disappointing playoff exit, a lack of clarity around the future of key players, and constant criticism that the team still hasn't built the kind of dominant, intimidating defense needed to go toe-to-toe with NFC powerhouses. And when you consider the sudden uncertainty around the Cowboys' pass rush depth following injuries, inconsistencies, and a clear need for a superstar leader on defense, everything begins to line up. T.J. Watt isn't just a big name, he's a culture-changing, game-breaking, franchise-shifting force who can instantly transform a defense the moment he steps onto the field. What makes this story even more unbelievable is the fact that Watt is still playing at an elite level, still wrecking offensive lines, still putting quarterbacks into panic mode, and still performing like a generational pass rusher. The Steelers never appeared to be in any hurry to move him, at least not publicly, but behind closed doors, insiders are saying something very different. Pittsburgh is reportedly facing tough cap decisions, needing flexibility to invest in offense, and possibly shifting toward a new long-term direction, one focused on building around younger talent while gaining valuable draft capital. And that is exactly where Dallas comes in. The Cowboys, according to reports, have put together one of the most aggressive trade packages they've offered in years, including high draft picks, key rotational players, and additional future assets designed to make Pittsburgh think twice before turning the deal down. This isn't a simple phone call. This isn't some routine off-season rumor. This is a franchise-altering negotiation that involves major picks, major money, and major consequences for both organizations. As the conversations intensified, sources began describing the trade as closer than expected, with one insider even going as far as to say that the deal was essentially confirmed pending final details. That phrasing alone sent Cowboys fans into an emotional meltdown across social media. Tweets exploded, fan pages went into overdrive, and analysts everywhere began debating what this means for Dallas, for Pittsburgh, and for the rest of the NFL. And if this deal goes through, it would give the Cowboys one of the most terrifying pass rush duos in the league, pairing T.J. Watt with Micah Parsons in a combination that offensive coordinators would spend sleepless nights trying to prepare for. Imagine the chaos. Imagine the blitz packages. Imagine quarterbacks dropping back only to find one superstar coming off the edge while the other isolates the tackle on the opposite side. This is the type of move that instantly shifts expectations from being a playoff hopeful to becoming a legitimate Super Bowl contender. But the story doesn't end there, because what's happening behind the scenes in Dallas right now is just as dramatic. Jerry Jones has reportedly been pushing harder than ever for a defining move, something bold, something memorable, something that sends a message to the entire league that the Cowboys are no longer playing it safe or waiting for next year. After a season full of frustrations, missed opportunities, and media backlash, this is the type of swing that Jerry has been hinting at for weeks. The veteran owner has been under pressure from fans and analysts demanding accountability, demanding excitement, demanding action. And trading for T.J. Watt isn't just action, it's a thunderstrike. It's a statement to the NFL that Dallas is done sitting still. A move like this electrifies a locker room, sharpens focus, raises expectations, and forces every player to understand that the franchise is officially all in. That kind of internal energy and morale shift can reshape a team's culture overnight. Meanwhile, the Steelers' side of the story is just as compelling. While some fans in Pittsburgh are outraged by the idea of trading their defensive cornerstone, others understand the direction the organization might be taking. In an era of tightening salary caps and escalating contract demands, even superstar franchises are forced to make difficult decisions. Pittsburgh might see this as the perfect moment to maximize Watt's value while gaining the draft capital necessary to reboot their offense and reinforce their long-term foundation. League insiders have hinted that the Steelers are evaluating their entire roster as they attempt to build something more sustainable for the future. With an uncertain quarterback situation, aging veterans at key positions, and an offense that needs major rebuilding, a trade of this magnitude, while painful, could set the Steelers up for a brighter, more flexible future. And now, as we get closer to hearing an official announcement, the highest-level executives and decision-makers from both organizations are said to be finalizing contract adjustments, compensation structures, and long-term guarantees that would make the deal work under the cap. This is the kind of negotiation that requires hours of number crunching, back-and-forth bargaining, and detailed legal review before a final signature appears. But the important part is this: both sides are reportedly committed, mutual interest is strong, and the framework of the trade looks more solid today than at any point since discussions began. If everything aligns, the deal could be announced at any moment. Cowboys fans, brace yourselves. Steelers fans, hold on to something. This might be one of the most emotional roller coasters of the entire offseason. The true question now is what this means for the Cowboys' identity. Think about what happens the moment T.J. Watt steps into that locker room. The defensive tone changes. The energy spikes. The pressure evaporates from other defenders. Younger players get a mentor, and Micah Parsons gets a superstar partner, someone who understands what it takes to dominate week after week. Opposing teams game plan differently. Offensive lines have to double team differently. Suddenly, the Cowboys' defense becomes unpredictable, suffocating, and aggressive on every down. This trade doesn't just add talent. It adds swagger. It adds fear factor. It adds championship DNA. And for a Cowboys team that has struggled to get over the postseason hump, this could be the missing piece they've been waiting for. As for Pittsburgh, this move, if finalized, signals a new chapter. A chapter centered not on one superstar, but on multiple picks and foundational pieces that can help reshape the team for years to come. The Steelers might be sacrificing star power today, but they're gaining flexibility, future depth, and a chance to rebuild their offense into something far more dynamic and dangerous. No team wants to trade a legend, but sometimes the boldest moves come with the greatest rewards, and Pittsburgh may be ready to embrace that reality. So here we are, Cowboys Nation, waiting for the official word, watching every insider report like it's breaking news, and feeling the tension build as this potential blockbuster inches closer to reality. If this trade is indeed confirmed, if the Cowboys truly land T.J. Watt, then we are witnessing a seismic shift in NFL power, a shift that could define the next decade of football. Until then, all eyes remain on Dallas and Pittsburgh as they finalize one of the biggest NFL trades we've seen in years. And trust me, the moment anything becomes official, you'll hear about it right here on the channel. If you love being ahead of the curve, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single Cowboys update.